Hare Krishna. So we'll talk about the beginnings of the preaching in Hong Kong. And then in 1970, I was asked to open up a temple in Hong Kong towards perhaps in November 1970. So I agreed to do that. It was decided the most inexpensive way to go was by boat. And then eventually, it came the time for my boat to leave, and it was on a Sunday. And how I remember it was on a Sunday in 1970 because it was just after a Sunday feast. So I took a big package of prasadam from the Sunday feast, and that was going to be all I had to eat during the boat ride. I remember the boat faced Hong Kong Island when it arrived, and it was still nighttime or very early in the morning when it was still dark, and it was lit up with all the lights of Hong Kong Island, with the city. And I thought it was so beautiful, and I thought how nice it is that they leave the lights on to welcome the boats that come in. I didn't understand that it was piece of the city lights or whatever. And then we were staying at a Sikh temple, because Sikh temples, gurudwaras, they allow people free board and room, and we would eat their rotis and their rice and their dal and go out. So for about 2 weeks we were staying in the Sikh temple, and then suddenly there's a message that comes saying that the wife for me had just arrived. But when she had left to get on the airplane from Los Angeles to Hong Kong, she realized she didn't have any money. All she had was this address. We were staying at the Sikh temple. When she arrived, there was no one there to pick her up. So she spent the night in the airport, at that time it was the Kai Tak airport, and the next morning she found someone who knew where we were, and she telephoned or something, and then Bali Madan went to pick her up at the airport. And meanwhile we quickly rented some rooms, or a room in Chung King Mansion, in one guest house there. Who knows where, but Chung King Mansions. Oh, the only way I think of Chung King Mansions is hell with electricity as opposed to hell without electricity. I used to go out to Hong Kong side and the local Indian shops in Chung King Mansion with BTGs, and I think we'd ask them for like Hong Kong, like $2 and $2.50 or maybe 20. I don't think it was even, no, it couldn't be 20 Hong Kong dollars, but just a few dollars, and we'd go into these shops that said, Radha Krishna Imports, and say, we're doing your, we had our lines right, we're doing your work of spreading this culture throughout the world, and here we are, please take this magazine and give 10 Hong Kong dollars, and there were tell us to go away and things like that. And it was quite heartbreaking. But we kept on going. But then we met some really nice people as well, nice in the Indian community who were quite helpful. But that they would take the magazines. But somehow or another that Krishna saw that we were trying to do something in the service of Prabhupada and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his service, and that it was actually true, that Krishna was protecting us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Please chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna.